100% sure. And then the other big news, my brother, we had the 3D files for CloneX.
Oh, let's go.
So it's not a separate NFT, but you basically...
Oh, I saw this. Yes, I saw this.
Yeah, you download your 3D files, and then if you know what you're doing, you can make them do very, very cool stuff, and animate them and do whatever you want with them. So
cool.
that was really, really cool.
So cool.
And I did download my files. It was like hundreds of megabytes. I just don't know what to do with them, but I've downloaded them and I'm keeping them. But yeah, very, very cool that they did this. This brought to light the issue that they had in the beginning when they minted in the very beginning, and that is that the Murakami drip ones, the really rare ones, the holders do not have IP rights on those. And they said the same thing with the 3D files. That was always in the beginning. That was the FUD in a day or two after mint, before they announced any Nike deal. They put in their Discord that Murakami drips will not have IP rights. And then when they announced the CloneX deal, they had an advert for Nike with one of the Murakamis. So obviously the agreement with Nike and CloneX was that the Murakami ones are for Nike to be able to use in their adverts and whatever. And they made that quite clear from pretty much the beginning, but there was FUD. And that's when I actually bought in. They went from like 5 ETH to 2.5 ETH, and literally a few hours later it was like, oh, we've been acquired by Nike. And it's like, oh, I was so lucky there. But the reason I bring that up also is because I think anyway they are making their collection into 3D for that exact reason, so that Nike can use the Murakami. So they've got the technology, and they thought, why not? Let's just go ahead and do it for the whole collection, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and you should see there's guys doing very, very cool stuff with it already. Look here. I mean, I'm just making sure there's no music, but look what this guy's done with his CloneX. Now that he's got the 3D files.
Yeah, I mean it's really cool. It still doesn't have like it's more just for like the narrative behind pushing CloneX, saying hey look what we've got, look how far we're going. It's cool. It's just right now it doesn't have any real world merit yet. Like this doesn't help anyone or do anything particularly other than just like be a cool video. But it's great news for me as far as like where the direction of their project is going, where the direction of what 3 is going. It just kind of visualizes, it puts in perspective like what is actually potentially going to look like. Like we get to see now, like we see Ready Player One, we've seen Avatar, we've seen movies where they kind of bring up the metaverse style stuff, but then to see real world shit like this is cool. Like this is like, oh, like, I see how this could work. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a Jadu hoverboard.
Love it, dude. Love that. That's fucking cool. I mean, I love that. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, until AR and VR is like as easy as contact lenses, it's gonna be tough to sell people on using these things in real life. But at least for now, bro, we're not even close to the metaverse, and this is a good sign.
Yeah, it is. And you know what else they did, which I thought was really interesting? When you downloaded your files, you downloaded you can make your avatar into a man or a woman. So obviously they realized that some men hold woman CloneXs, and when they in the metaverse they want to be a man CloneX. So any for every NFT, the 3D files, you can choose if you want a female version or a male version of your NFT.
Nice. I like that. I kind of like that. I know someone's going to start a FUD there. They're going to be like, why does it matter?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's just, I mean, they don't have a neutral version, for people who don't identify as any. They don't have like a neutral, I don't know.
Dude, every time I see shit like this, the rendering, the 3D rendering, like Maya or whatever people use, dude, that shit, I've taken classes on that. That is some of the hardest shit ever, bro. I mean, maybe it's not, at least from my brain, it was like designing stuff, 3D modeling, that shit is hard. Yeah. You tried it before?
No, I haven't. I would love to be able to. I really would. It's put it on the list. You see here, because it will you do the movement, and then you can overlay. So he's dancing, and then he overlays his CloneX onto him. Can you see?
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool.
So you can really make cool videos and things like that. Yeah, listen, it's exciting for me, as you said, to see what's possible in the space. And these guys are definitely pushing the boundaries over here. You know,
They are definitely one of the leaders. They will be. I assume they will be for just for a while.
yeah.
You just
The
got such
nice
a big
thing.
company backed up behind you. So
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. The nice thing is you're not worried that they like not going to, because secondary sales are down and they didn't convert ETH to dollars. You're not worried that there's no budget left. You know that they committed to this and they've got the budget regardless of secondary. And secondary is actually strong generally on them compared to most others. But yeah, it just gives you that peace of mind that they really backed and they've shown their commitment to date. They really have. They're not stopping. I mean, this is someone running around his pod. How cool is that?
yeah, I
This
like
is the
that. I like
pods
that.
that they dropped, and that's him running around his pod.
Hell yeah,
That's so cool, man. I must play with
that
this
is
more
really cool.
because I think with the pod it might be quite easy to import the 3D. I don't know. I must play around with
Mhm.
it. But I thought that was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see. We've got a question here. I just want to have a look. I haven't heard of this. Anything
Immortal
about immortal player character? Have you heard of that?
Hmm.
No.
I have not.
Carlos,
Immortal
is
player
that an
character? No.
NFT? Is it an NFT project